I ran a poll the other day asking what character you'd like to see a build for, and I'm very proud to announce that the results of said poll were quite heavily weighted towards an interest in Titans. Well done, guys. Us Titans need to stick together. Of course, you're not here for Syntheset build number 537. You're here for something unique and different. Something you don't see every day. Well, I've got just that. Today we're busting out a classic, no backup plans. Oh, and I actually have a name for this one. The Tac Titan. Tactician? Titan? Tac Titan? Yeah, okay, anyways, onto the setup. No backup plans is all about void overshields and shotguns. Shotgun takedowns start health regen and give a void overshield, and then while you have a shield, your shotgun damage is increased. This isn't your normal damage boost either. This is more than Well of Radiance. It's more than Weapons of Light. It's more than 4 times Surge. This is a whopping 35% damage buff. It doesn't stack with Well or Bubble, but hey, it's a lot on its own. So void overshields and shotguns. Let's get a little fancy with it. Let's take Unbreakable, the handheld shield. It gives a void overshield while you hold it, and since we're using shotguns, you'll be pretty close to the action, so this handheld shield will give a bit of defense when we need it. Slap on Controlled Demolition as well. I did try Offensive Bulwark, which gives more bonuses to melees and grenade recharge while you have an overshield. I just didn't find much use for it, which I'll explain in just a second. Controlled Demo will add a bunch of damage and healing for yourself and the team, and come on, it's just a joy to look at. Look at all these void explosions. Me Titan, me like boom. Here's the fancy part. So we need to make sure we have shotgun ammo and we want grenade energy, as much as possible, really. We can achieve both of these with the same method. Void has some of the best fragments, and one of those causes you to get Devour when you pick up a Breach or Orb. Devour, of course, gives grenade energy on kills, and it stacks with the Demolitionist weapon perk, which also gives bonus grenade energy if that perk is on a special weapon, like, I don't know, maybe a shotgun, for instance. Then if we throw on Scavenger and Special Ammo Finisher, now we're making special ammo every 3 orbs with a finisher. So orbs will give Devour, Devour gives grenade alongside Demo on our shotgun, and then after 3 orbs, we can use a finisher to make more shotgun ammo. A complete loop, really. Also threw on Volatile and Invisibility on finishers, as well as Super Energy while surrounded. This gives a bit of synergy with extra Volatile and a little break from the heat with Invisibility. You'd be crazy to turn down extra Super Energy, but there are other fragments that you could use in place of it. Now all this is great, but you need a shotgun to go with it, so which one? Well, there's quite a few options. I really do recommend one with Demolitionist. It adds so much grenade energy to the setup and allows you to bypass the long shotgun reload simply by deploying your shield. It doesn't have to be a certain element though, so you've got some flexibility to use your favorite. I went with Nessus, which happens to be void, but if you don't have that, you can always use Ragnhild, that one has demo. For TCMO, the Vanguard shotgun also has demo in the first column, so you could also pair that with a damage perk. There's a few options, and a lot of them don't require raids or crucible or anything like that, so they're pretty easy to get your hands on. As far as mods, just the stuff we talked about earlier. Probably a Siphon for your shotgun, Scavenger and Special Finisher for the ammo, and you could probably even grab an Orb on Grenade Takedown if you're really interested in using that as well. You could use Surges, but I find more value in Grenade gains on Orb pickup as well as Scavenger and Holster for my shotgun. You might have noticed that I didn't mention any exotic weapons, and that's because I really don't find any particular one to be needed. Yeah, the obvious pick is Acreus. That'll give you a heavy ammo shotgun, but honestly, the handling of Acreus just totally kills it for me. It takes so long to heave that thing around, and it contradicts the fast-paced nature of the build. If you're looking for some hardcore boss damage, you could definitely use it and see a lot of success with it. But for general play, nightfalls, seasonal stuff, even other raid and dungeon encounters where you need something for distance, I just didn't like using Acreus. It definitely has a place, but that place is quite niche. But to loop back to my original point, I just don't see an exotic that does better than a demo legendary shotgun. Conditional finality? Sure. Duality or chaperone? Great. If those appeal to you, use them. But I do think there's value in having your exotic slot free for something that fits the activity. Or, hey, if you want to double down on your exotic synergy, take Deterministic Chaos. More volatile, more weakened. How many times have you actually used this thing? Me, I've used it like once. Maybe twice. Any primary with attrition orbs is also a pretty decent pairing. Everything here hinges on orbs, so making orbs for just dealing damage is a great way to kickstart everything. I'll be honest, I'm pretty proud of this build. I think it's a ton of fun, and it's the first time I've used the new Unbreakable aspect and really felt like I was using it to its fullest. Getting in the enemy's face and harassing them without a care just makes you feel unstoppable. Or rather, unbreakable, huh? Okay. It's the most Titan build that I've played that doesn't involve punching. Everything about the Titan is punching. Punch this, punch that. I love the Titan class, but I will admit, Bungie often makes it feel very one note. Here, I think I've made something that really fulfills the Titan fantasy of the walking tank. The shotgun damage is immense, and the shielding and healing lets you tackle anything. Well, almost anything. You do need to be careful. It's a dangerous playstyle against certain enemies, and you really do need to pick your battles wisely. You can take a beating, but you're not invincible. You gotta watch out for crowd control effects, and tormentors can really put a hurt on you if you're not paying attention. Your movement and positioning is pretty important. You're a tactician, not a shield wall. Dip in and out of cover, slide around enemies, and deliver lead justice to those unfortunate enough to be in your sights. I think you all will really enjoy this build. I wouldn't take it into a Grandmaster, it's not really that kind of build, but I do think it's a lot of fun, and it uses an exotic that I don't often see used. It's not going to completely dominate the game like Consecration does, how Roly-Poly Hunters do, or how the Arc Soul Prismatic Warlock does, but this Tac Titan build is a lot of fun, and it incorporates a lot of different effects that make it a very coherent and fun build. If you stuck around to the end, thank you. It really does help out. Let's talk about this down in the comments. Have you tried this setup? Maybe something similar? Let me know. Until next time.